Good morning, everybody. Mike Vacchi, Princetontrader.com, here with your Monday market webcast. Okay, daily chart, and you've got the 50-day at 92. This is on a continuation chart, but the front month 30-day is 92. Then you've got the 100-day at 29.66 and the 200-day at 29.74. I think the whole week is about where we close relative to those three exponential moving averages, okay? Above or below. Now, closing above may just, mean that we grind here for a little while, but it seems to me that with the compression that we've had over the last month or so, this slow, steady grind, a larger drop, and then kind of a grind, it lends itself at a minimum to testing last month's low, 29, or this month's low rather, 29.2375, pretty efficiently if it can convert 29.60. So what do the bulls want to do? They want to do the opposite. They want to get back up towards the 9-day here and the daily mid-band pretty quick. 9-day comes in at 30.70, mid-band comes in at 30.94. And they're really struggling to keep their heads above water to make that happen. Hourly chart. You can get a little better visualization of it here. Just this little blink down here is a monthly pivot down at 29.51. That's going to matter if we get there. But you can see there the 100-day, the 200-day, 50-day. It's been a fairly quiet night. We gapped down, printed as low as 29.83, went up, filled it, kept going, did 20, came right back in, had a couple looks at the 95 area, and then back up to test 20. So it's just kind of been this 20 to 30 handle range, however you want to look at it. But I mean, that's more than enough room to get some stuff done. So we watched it gap down together last night, and it couldn't make lower lows. It was making smaller, higher lows. And on a Sunday night, I will always put out at least one long setup to see if it wants to go fill the gap. And it did last night, and it kept going. So it ended up being a really nice trade. We got in a gap fill trade, then we reloaded in that area right around the roundy down, and we took that up to 20. So we're in a good spot. Good way to start the week. As we get into the regular open today, I'm particularly interested in the hourly mid-band at 3,008, volume weighted average price at 3,006. So 06 to 08 and how that works out off the open is going to make a big difference. The purple dotted line up here, daily pivot up in the 25 area, that may need a look. And the reality is it's Monday. And if the bears really can't control short-term price, the whole thing just begs to go see the weekly pivot and test it. Okay, it broke it really hard on Friday, but testing it from underneath early in the week, pretty common stuff, right? And whoever wins that battle will have the advantage as we get later in the week. So testing 47 a day is certainly not out of line, and considering the volatility that's in this tape right now, it's really not that far away. It wouldn't take a whole heck of a lot to get it done. On the downside, the bears really want to convert 29.60, 29.50 this week if they can. A close below 29.50 this week really opens up the potential for another leg down. That daily chart starts looking really bearish. And when you're dealing with things like the 200-day, you're not talking about short-term stuff anymore. You're talking about long-term delineators of whether the bulls or the bears control the tape in the intermediate to long term. Whether that's sustainable or not, the bears rarely make that sustainable, but there sure is a heck of a lot going on in the world, and that possibility at least has to be on the table. Ideally for the bulls, they would close above all this price. They take care of the weekly pivot, they deal with the 9-day, they deal with the daily mid-band, and then basically the move last week just like looks like another higher low, another retest, and they start to head higher. They've had a very difficult time dealing with some of these upper areas and executing and converting them when they get there. So expect a two-sided tape this week. I don't think it's going to be a quiet tape. I think it's going to be a two-sided tape. But going into this week, I feel better about the Bears' chances to make a little bit of noise than I have in a while. Whether that plays out or not, I don't really care. I mean, we're trading the 10 handles in front of us and then the 10 handles after that. But things on the daily chart living below this daily midband as long as we have. The other thing I should note is, speaking of Bollinger Bands, the lower Bollinger Band on the daily chart is linked right up here with the 200-day at 29.74. So we haven't engaged the lower Bollinger Band, but that's certainly a possibility. So you see them spiking it up to 30.20 right now. I'll be interested to see if that can keep going. Should be a good day. All right, that's all I got. Everybody have a fantastic day. Be safe, be healthy, take care, trade them well. Talk to you tomorrow. Follow us over on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Princetontrader. Check us out on Facebook and join us for a free trial at www.princetontrader.com. Trade them well.